So we're going to be taking a look at Broodstorm in Historic. I find this to be a very quick deck. It is fairly resilient the way that I've built it, so we'll go through this. Of course, we're using Tendrils of Agony as our win condition, Jet Medallion to reduce the black spells. Of course, we have our initial interaction, Disruption with Thoughtseize, and Fatal Push. Of course, Historic is very creature heavy. There's an argument to be made to go down 2 packs for Fatal Pushes, which would be relevant. I haven't gone that route yet. Aggressive Mulligan usually will get you an Ornithopter and the pieces that you need to get your Broodstorm into play and start your Convoking. So yeah, there's another argument that could be made to include Shambling Ghast in various numbers and Culling the Weak, of course, to go that route. I haven't play tested that enough to see if that's really been able to accelerate me in any meaningful way, as we do want to win in the first couple turns. I do have the Phyrexian Tower, if that's going to help me accelerate with an Ornithopter. Again, this package right here, increasing this up by some numbers to increase the amount of creatures we have to accelerate turn 1, turn 2, to sort of bump up those numbers in terms of likelihood of winning. Again, I haven't tested that enough. So for myself, I've just been happy with the 0 casting cost Ornithopter to do its job, and the tower, should we happen to draw into it or start off with it, to get me where I need to be. I have gone with 4 Grim Tutors. Again, if you increase the creatures, there's an argument to be made to be using, Diabolic Tutor, I believe it is, to find any missing pieces that you have. But I find, again, that's conditional of having creatures on the board, where Grim Tutor just doesn't care. So that's kind of the way that I've went with it. I haven't done a sideboard with this, as this is a best of 1 deck, so it's kind of irrelevant. Getting back to the Pact and Negations, I find this very relevant in coming up against any decks that do use counter spells. It is very relevant. I do find having that when you know you're gonna go off without any problems, it's good to cast it in the face of counter spells. And then, of course, should they not counter, but they're holding it, it can be something that when you saw in half, if the board state and mana requirements where you are allow it, you could select to grab that as a source of protection. Conversely, you can, look up a Thoughtseize, try and clear the way if you haven't already. So you do have some protection pieces, disruption pieces to sort of clear the way and allow you to go off. So that being said, let's get into some games. All right, let's see what we're up against here. All right, not terrible. Not sure it's gonna get us where we want to go, though. I will keep it, try it. Usually want to keep your Ornithopters, Pact Negations specifically, of course, till a little later on. Or when you're going off, of course. Fatal Push, of course, coming in. We're just not sure which targets we want to use right now. We'll save it for now. Excellent. Cost reducer. Yeah, and we'll keep our ornithopter until we're ready to do something with it. Really just looking for a tutor at the moment. Yeah, so there we go. We got a problem with that. Oh boy. Using 2 tendrils can usually get you out of this sort of bind. Like the life gain bind can usually help you with that. Yeah, we'll save the ornithopter till we're ready to go off. That, of course, helps with storm and further reduces the costs of... Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do here is... well, we don't really have much choice. Get the ball rolling somehow. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Saw and a half, of course, we need to begin. Yep. Now we're just going to loop this a little bit. Not much we can do about any of that. We are going to need another one of those. We have a saw and a half, so there's an argument to be made to go with another fatal push. Sort of stem the bleeding, as it were. Now we have another saw and a half. More sacrifice, perfect. Just trying to up the storm count here, really. No, we don't need that. So we could. Grab a Thoughtseize. We already have that tendrils. Perfect. know if this is enough. We're just gonna keep on going. It should probably prompt a concession once we launch the next tendrils. I think it's hilarious that with double tendrils we can get through a life gain deck, but then again, that very much was a consideration and a point. Yep, there's a concession. The point behind actually doing double tendrils main deck specifically was for life gain decks, which are, of course, very prevalent in Historic or any format really, but definitely within Historic. Alright. Game 2. 3. I'm recording these at different times, of course. I'm just getting new to recording content. Let's see what we're up against here. Zilla. Well, tutor. Some early interaction. Other piece. Opponent was first. 2 lands. Alright, we'll keep. We'll see what we get. Oh, lovely. Alright, some early ramp from opponent. Let's see what they're cooking with. Tipia Sprawl. You can see they're important to get rid of that. Good thing is we don't have to worry about graveyard hate through this, so we can probably go ahead with a early unmarked grave. Free up some mana for the next couple turns. Don't really like this little thing going on. Also, using this early means we won't get that caught in our hand later on. That's important, because we don't have the means to discard anything. Now we are just praying for a mana reducer or a third land. Third land it is. This is where the concept of having Grim Tutor over creatures just becomes a lot more significant. As you see, we simply don't have them. I'm worried about all the saws and half and everything in my hand here. Though, I wonder what the correct play is here. Sacrifice. Play the Broodhorde in our hand. Get the saws in half. Let's just go with the regular. Oh, hold on a second here. Regular line of play. Yeah, see, this is where having your Ornithopter to play really comes in handy. I definitely misplayed that and I have to wait a turn. Hopefully they have no removal. Karn, the Great Creator. Great. Hopefully he doesn't have anything for me. He's kind of tapped out of mana anyways, so not worried too much about that. And Queen. Yeah. If opponent doesn't have anything to win right now or to stop us, we should have this. No target card, or your side of the exile you put a grave. I don't think we're terribly worried about that, actually. No, we're not, so they can have that. They might realize they've really got nothing. Alright, fine. Take it. I'm done with it. Attack me for 5. Sure, you can have it. We'll take the 5. Beautiful. Alright, we'll start with this. Go with that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to happen, but alright. Maybe later on we will get into... I have ported this deck over to Timeless. Vastly different, of course, as you can imagine. We will maybe get into that later episodes. So in this case here, at some point, we're going to have to get into persisting, because we have saws and halves and sacrifices in our hand. So that might make things a little bit different for us than usual. Right now, we'll just continue with what we have. Yeah. What do we get here? Oh yeah, we have to get the persists. Which is fine. At some point they might just concede here. Which is fine, we have a play around for this anyways. I think we're just gonna be using this. Grab a tendrils. We have a persist. Thoughtsies for shits and giggles. Just to be a dick. And I mean, for what it's worth, no. I mean, thanks for playing along and letting us go through the whole tutorial there. Yeah, I don't blame you. lots of routes that we could have went there. On to the next. As stated before, sometimes, you know, your mulligan is aggressive to the point where it's almost an unkeepable hand. I mean, this is so slow and expensive, so... See what we have here. Unmarked Grave, there's half of it going weak. Fatal Push. Yeah, I mean, okay, sure, we'll keep that. We don't want that in our hand anyways. We may have some early interaction, so I mean, that's not terrible. Thoughtseize's first turn is always, I mean, okay. Some people just don't like it. Yeah, that concession was very premature. I mean, if the opponent would have known what we had in our hand, I don't think. This has potential to go very well for us, though I've played this before. Without the interaction in the beginning, it can sometimes be dicey. That's, again, one of those things where it's great. We don't have the creatures, so we'll just have to see what we draw into. I mean, that's fantastic. So we'll just have to see. I mean, we might never see us another swamp again. We'll just have to see. Watch, we'll be playing control, discard, something. I mean, okay. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess I'll take it. Let's see if we can get a third concession just by playing a swamp. Not sure, maybe opponent just needed, I'm not sure. I really needed to just take these cards out. I don't know why I haven't done that. Again, first half. I'm gonna try a mulligan, see what we get. Okay, so that's nice. That's nice. That's not bad. But watch, we'll never get another swamp again. We keep sacrifice in case it's that. Put the medallion out. I think put the toy away. Having a Thoughtseize instead of that would be just absolutely beautiful. Would have been Thoughtseize, interaction, pieces, reducer. We just need more land. And again, this is where the argument can be made where, yeah, but you know, if you put a creature down, culling the weak into, you know, but culling the weak, yeah, the reducer, that. We're still waiting a turn anyways. I mean, do we get rid of that? I feel that we do, yeah. We don't have to do it right now, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, so there's our reducer. This is fantastic news for us. If we're just playing mono green, it's just really unfair. This is one of those matchups where, depending on what you start off with, it's an auto buy. You know, we got a reducer. Everything but the saw and a half, and I mean, come on, everything but the saw and a half, and sorry, let's just get on with this. I'm sorry, I can't play and whatnot at the same time. Okay, and you're gonna always want to go with your first saw and a half, but that is only reduced by the 1, so we do have to wait. We'll see what he comes up with. This watch, he'll probably like fight or something like that. That'll be our luck. Something ridiculous. But usually it's just a buy. Anyways, I was gonna say that aside from Grim Tutor and the Convoking of the Saw and a Half, everything now in our deck that's relevant, it's just one black pip, so it doesn't really matter to us. Not having, you know, extra creatures, whatnot. Okay, well, that's just bonus. So there's that. I don't suppose that opponent's gonna stick around for this whole thing, but we'll see. Might be another good soul with the whole thing. I mean, as you see, it's pretty elementary. You just kind of go through the motions. Some people would refer to this as like a cheese line deck, because the lines of play, the basic line of play, doesn't really change. So it's not like you have to think about your thought patterns. There's lots you can do. You can use Peer into the Abyss, stuff like that. You know, if you feel like you want more of a challenge. But maintaining your basic lines in terms of your saw in half and sacrifice should get you there most times. Against life decks, finishing with two Tendrils of Agony will usually be enough to get past anything they have. And then once you get your mana up, you can do some salty things if you like. Like right now, we don't need another sacrifice. So instead, you know, we'll grab another Fatal Push. And we do have to get our last on half. So do some fun things. Just to be a novice. And then by now you can just grab your two tendrils and call it a day. Forgot how fun it is to play this on Historic when you don't really have a whole lot to stand in your way. Oh yeah, resolve, yeah, go do your thing, bro. Do whatever you want. I'm good with it. Maybe we could have thrown a Jet Medallion down and got him in one. But, whatever. I wonder if I can go to play a Jet Medallion, pack to negate my own spell, and then... I don't know, let's see what we can do here. Just for S&Gs. No, can't. Oh well. Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, so that's really the deck for Historic. You know, I may come back, you know, take a look at it again, see if we can somehow tighten it up, evaluate what the meta might be with Historic, if anything. Also, worth noting, we did have the Culling the Weak Shambling Gas as additional, so we were playing a 62 card deck, but didn't really seem to matter. But yeah, anyways, that's the deck, and we'll see what we come back for our next episode. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, tell your friends. Oh, also of note, please check out Control Guy channel. Super amazing control videos if you're into that. Primarily timeless, but I think the information is valuable regardless. Also within his links are to his Discord server, which I myself am a part of. Great group of people. Great, you know, everybody's brewing, coming up with their own deck ideas, building on existing archetypes. It's just a really good environment, really healthy. Definitely encouraged me to continue with my path of you know, building my own channel with my own content. So definitely check that out, Control Guy, and then follow the links for his Discord channel, Senate. Thanks again.